a song called Hard Road, where before we play it, it's like, don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. Don't ever be negative about what you can do. You know, just get out there and try and do whatever your goal is. And that's sort of what, I mean, the whole meaning of Left Stronger is kind of about. I mean, you know, it's not just my left arm is stronger than my right because of cerebral palsy. It's also whatever kind of issues you're coming from, whatever you have escaped it from, or survived from, you're left a stronger person for not having it kill you, not having it take you down or bring you down. You're a better person for surviving whatever your issue is.
What are some of the stories you tell on stage to portray that hero effect?
Well, you know, I'm still kind of young, so I'm still kind of working on it, but I think I just try and I try and bring out that I don't try and hide that I have a disability on stage. So I think just my actions by having people see that my arm doesn't always kind of work, you know, or maybe move around or shake and have spasms, people are just looking at me and going, you know, this guy's something, he's kind of different, but he's still doing it. Look at him go, you know? How can you do that? You know,
because you're not just what your arm is, it's
exactly.
Your talent.
It's a part of you, but you don't let it take you out, you know. It's kind of, I mean, what I'll do is you know, everyone gets used to the singer that's just doing one thing, is singing. There's a song called Open Your Mind that in the middle of the show, I'll go and I'll play a bongo solo. Then I'll go and trade off sticks with the drummer and I'll do a whole drum solo. Then after that, I'll get up and then I'll continue the song, in which case the next part is a really long note. It's about 15 seconds. Just one really kind of high note held with no breath. And then when people see that I just came back from doing a bongo solo, a drum solo, and holding a long note, then continuing the song, it's like, holy moly, how did he do that? I mean, if people get, you know, every band inspires people, and I was always inspired by different bands growing up. And when you're a little kid, or even in high school or middle school or young 20s, you see bands go up there, and you can't help but be inspired. So, I mean, these people who are perceived as larger than life, like, you know, all my heroes, you know, Alice in Chains and everything, they're just people's heroes. Even though they're regular people, they're doing something amazing on stage, which makes them, you know, really heroic. You know, if I can make it being a musician, you can. And if you don't want to be a musician, you know, whatever you want to do, you can make it, because here I am, you know, doing what I wanted to do. So there's no excuse for you not to do what you want to do. You know.
That's a great message.
So that's basically what we're trying to do. We're not just in it because we love music and want to, you know, get, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, we don't really do drugs. I mean, we might have a beer, but we don't do drugs. We just get high on adrenaline from rock and roll.
What kind of feedback do you get from your fans after they've seen one of your shows?
They say that, you know, we're, you know, amazing, or, you know, how do you sing that high? You know, how's your voice not blown out? Or, you know, it's just, you know, these songs sound like they're already out there on the radio, like I've heard them before. And when we do covers, because when you're starting out, you got to throw a couple covers in to keep them interested. They'll say, "Wow, the covers that you chose, you play them better than the original artist, but your originals are better than the covers that you play." So, I mean, how can you ask for more than that? Ask how long you've been out, and we say since, like, we started maybe around May, and the first show was in April, and they're like, "No."
But
no.
you've been writing and
I've
in
been
other
writing.
bands since
Right.
then.
How
many original songs does the band have now?
Right now, out of my 60 that I've written, we have 2 whole sets of original material, so that's over 2 hours of work. But for the album, it's 12. So 1 album at a time. I think if we go 10 to 12 per album, we're gonna have. I already got enough for 6, 7, 8 albums. And the thing is, I'm not just resting on these songs. I still write every day.